to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we
Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just halfway through prepping these little kale and egg cups. It's just something I feel like I saw a picture of on Pinterest or whatever, and I'd screenshot it in my phone and never got around to making them. So I feel like it is a perfect time to make them today. It's pretty gloomy outside and I just really wanted to have an easy little breakfast prep that I can grab a couple of days in a row and run out the door if I need to for work, or just be able to have something already done, so it kind of just takes the guesswork out of eating healthy. So that is definitely a little bit of a priority of mine for 2023, just like making things as streamlined as possible, if that involves like some sort of meal prep or whatever, just so that I always know that I can kind of reach for the healthy option and not just be rushing and grabbing a bowl of cereal or something a bit random as well. So quick debrief, I've actually had a really interesting week, and not in a good way. As you can kind of probably hear from my voice, I'm pretty sick at the moment, and I know a lot of people will be like, why are you not resting? But I've literally been laying horizontal for the last 24 hours, and my kind of therapy is sort of just getting up and moving, even if that's really gently, and getting to a couple of things around home. So I'm definitely not heading out, but I'm just sort of like kicking around my place and doing some little things that I'd wanted to get done. And one of those is a bedroom makeover. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. But I, no joke, ended up in the hospital emergency department at 5 a.m. a couple of days ago because I had a random severe allergic reaction to something. So I'll put the picture here for those who are not the faint-hearted, but I woke up at 5 a.m. and I literally couldn't open my eyes. I also couldn't swallow, like something was going on with my throat, and it was just a complete mess. So I managed to literally call myself an Uber and get straight to the hospital, which is thankfully not too far from my place. And yeah, they ended up having to look after me for a couple of hours until the symptoms sort of calmed down. So I now have to book in for an allergy test with my GP and try and figure out what the heck it was that I was exposed to, because I've never experienced anything like that in my life. And I think the whole stress of that situation since then has now resulted in me just being like run down in general. So I've just got like a bit of a cold and flu sort of thing going on. But that aside, I'm really going to enjoy doing this today. So let's get straight into making these little cups, because I think they're just going to be absolutely delicious. So super easy. I'm just going to spray the little cup. I'm just using like a cupcake tray because I actually think this is perfect for making essentially what these are, which is like savory little cups. So I'm just using some olive oil spray to like coat the cups so that nothing kind of sticks in there. I've just put it on 200 degrees because I feel like that will be warm enough. And in terms of the kale, I've got like some big leafy bits like this, so I thought I would just kind of rip them into pieces and place them in here like a little cup, so that they're just going to end up cupping the egg once I place that in.
wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget.
Alright, now those are in the oven, it is time to get on with the bedroom refresh, and I'm really excited because I've been collecting a couple of items over the last few weeks that are going to be put into my bedroom. So I've got like some new bedding and some new decor, and I also got a beautiful new bedside table lamp. So let's go into my room and I can show you all those different pieces and we can start to get everything set up. So in terms of what I've got at the moment, this is my current bedside table setup. I think it is pretty boring. It's just a couple of books stacked there. I ended up selling my old little green mushroom lamp, and I just have an old kind of printed frame and some little trinket trays. So I definitely think I can do a lot better than this, and we're going to do a little bit of styling here as well. I also wanted to give my bedding a little bit of a refresh as well. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not as good as it could be, I think. I feel like these little colours are a little bit mismatching, and maybe it's a touch tired for what I'd been wanting in this room. It's just a plain grey linen cover from H&M and a couple of different throw pillows and things as well. This is the beautiful new bedside table lamp that I've picked up. I have a couple of gold accents throughout my house, and I just thought this would look really, really good. It was only $30 from Bunnings. I feel like Bunnings has such great lighting options, and we often overlook it because people will just shop at like Target and Kmart and things, but definitely check out Bunnings because they had such a great range and it was really, really affordable. So I'll unbox that and we can have a look, and I also had to buy a globe for it as well. So this is the globe that I got. I just found this at Kohl's, and it is a 9-watt LED, so this should give a really gentle warm light for my bedside, which will be really nice for reading and having on instead of like the roof light in the evening when I want to calm down. Next up is the option for the new quilt cover. So I ended up getting this Kmart quilt cover set called Lennox, and it's sort of this beige and white checkerboard kind of print, and I thought that looked really, really fun. So I don't know how it'll actually look on, but it's something that I just really wanted to test out. So I think it is a great affordable option. It was only $49 for the queen size set, and let's just see how it looks. I also got the 2 European pillowcases, also in the Lennox print, just to sort of tie it all in. So I think that could be really great even just to keep those instead of my other European pillowcases to sort of update the bed. But yet again, we'll have to see. I feel like sometimes the photos of these can be a little bit deceptive and then the reality is a bit different, but it looks like a really nice washed kind of linen material. I also grabbed some items from around my home that I thought I could use to style up the bedside table. So if you've been watching for a while, you might remember this piece that I thrifted from an op shop. It does have a couple of little marks on it that I need to colour in with a black marker, but I just thought that could potentially be a cool piece of decor. I also have this little fake pot plant which I got from Target, and it was only a couple of dollars, but I thought again that might just be a nice little pop of green colouring for the bedside table. Lastly, I have this woven black basket which was an old one from Kmart, and I just thought this could be good for underneath the bedside table if I wanted to sort of chuck a couple of items in there. So I had it in the living room previously, but I don't need it out there anymore because I actually have 2 of these. So if it doesn't work, I might end up selling it, but hopefully it can find a space here. I also have this frame which has a cute print in it that I got from Desenio a while ago, and this has just been styled elsewhere in my room, but I think that might also really suit the vibe for the bedside table as well.
Or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. That's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why.
Okay, so it turns out that was totally the wrong globe size. It actually needed like a mini E14 screw. So thankfully I just had one of these laying around in my house. This is a 25-watt E14. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in the lamp now. Thankfully I had it, otherwise I would have had to run out and grab one.
We make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it all we had.
This is the update on the bedside table so far, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I think it looks so beautiful. That lamp is just everything, and the little thrifted column with the plant is a nice touch, and the print and just the whole thing is really coming together so well. Also, this picture frame was just from Ikea. They actually have really beautiful picture frames with quite a lot of nice beveling and things on the edges and stuff as well. So if you're ever looking for good picture frames that are still affordable, definitely try Ikea. I've also just added back in that little marble trinket tray and just placed a necklace coming out of it as well. I might pop a couple of other pieces of jewelry in there too, but I also think that just looks really nice and kind of finishes off the bedside table by adding a little bit of layering with a lower element. The alarm just went off for these little kale cups too, so I've just popped them out of the oven, and maybe it's time to give one of them a taste test and see how they turned out. That looks so delicious. What a cute little breakfast cup, and the kale kind of holds it all in there perfectly. Those were so delicious. I would definitely recommend giving it a go if you're trying to make a little healthy meal. It's actually lunchtime for me, so I already had breakfast this morning and those were just a little nice snack. But now I need to tackle under that table because that's what I kind of wanted the basket for. It is a total mess and I just feel like this will really, really tidy it up. So let me show you and then we can clean that space. So this is the absolute mess that has become under my table. So we've got the beautiful upper part now, which is all nice and organized, but this is just a bit of a dumping ground for books and also a lot of disorganized cables and things, which I really, really hate. So I'm going to go ahead and unpack all of that and clean it up now as well. That is a lot better now, all organized with the cables back inside the little cable storage tray. That one is actually just from Ikea. It was really handy just to try and tidy everything up. And then I just went ahead and restacked all of my little books and things in this center part as well. So now it is looking a whole bunch tidier and ready to move on to upgrading the bedding. That is one of the pillowcases down just as a little bit of a test to see if I like it, and I don't know, it's very like different and modern and interesting, but I kind of have a feeling that the ones that I already sort of had there are maybe a little bit more suited to my space. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm a little bit undecided if I go ahead with putting the quilt cover on as well. It's kind of like a washed textured linen and I do really like it individually, but I'm not sure if I actually like it as a whole in terms of setting up the bedroom space. Say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why Okay, so this is the new duvet cover on and I actually really like it, but now I hate the European pillowcases and I think that that would have to change, and also the standard pillowcases would probably just need to be like a creamy sort of white to kind of blend in with all of that. So maybe I'll change those back to the original ones and then we can see if it pairs in a little bit better with the new quilt cover.
we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me.
Okay, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed doing this little bedroom refresh with me and having a little bit of a play around with pieces. I feel like some stuff just doesn't always work the first time and you kind of have to move things around until you get it right, but I'm really happy with how everything is looking, and I'll try and link any of those products in the description box down below as well in case you're wanting to find them for your own space. But in the meantime, I would love if you could give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world and it helps me to grow my channel so I can keep making content every week. But thank you so much for spending the time with me and I will see you in the next video. Bye.